Hi, welcome everybody. Within a week to 2 weeks, you're going to see dramatic results doing this memory system. It's 100% free. I'm going to explain it all to you right here. It helped me out, and I just want to share with everybody because it changed my life. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it every day the right way, the better it will get. Walking activates all parts of your body, including your brain. Albert Einstein cured his ADD/hyperactivity at a young age by going on long walks with his parents. There's a reason why the long walks help. It calms you down and it activates. Most memory programs assume your brain already knows how to input information into the brain. So they focus on recalling information. But what happens if you can't input information? Because the meds that you take or currently used to take did this for you your whole life. Or you get easily distracted with random thoughts, which would be the ADD or ADHD. How would you know inputting even exists? This was written by a person that was diagnosed with ADHD and has been on medication since 2nd grade until he was 24. These steps have changed his life. Step 1. No need for a pen or a pencil. Use your brain only. Pick a nice day when the sun is shining. Weather helps out a lot, but it is not required. The reason why the weather is so important is because it actually distracts you if it's too cold, and that will mess this whole system up. So go outside and start walking by yourself. No cell phone or friends. Be ready to use 30 to 60 minutes of your time. Step 2. Always keep walking through this entire process. Start looking at street signs and license plates. Pick one or the other. Keep it simple, for a pattern will emerge. Pick your first random license plate on a car. Don't think about it, just grab it and make it random. There's a reason why, no matter how hard it is. Step 3. Just like the pen and paper, we're going to imagine that you're drawing out each letter manually. Do not try to think about the whole license plate at once. Manually draw it out, letter by letter, number by number, in your brain, in your head. This activates a deeper thinking and focus than you're used to. Example. Okay, let's start out with this first group of numbers and letters. 6NFT880. Grab the first number, 6, and actually visualize drawing it out like you're drawing a piece of paper, but do it in your mind. So start at the top, draw a little dot, and then move it down until you get a little loop at the bottom. So it's the number 6. And then do an N, and then an F, T, and an 880. And then once you have it all drawn out, then visualize the entire number and letter group. Step 4. Now move that first license plate down in your head. Pick another plate randomly. The next one that you see is 5BBH105. Go through that number by number, letter by letter, and then go through it, the whole number, visualize the whole number in your head. And then we're going to put that second plate number on top of the first plate number. Now go back to the first plate number, 6NFT880, and try to remember that letter by letter, number by number. If you can't, then walk back to that first car until you get the number right, and then try to remember the second number, 5BBH105. Once you get that right and you have 2 license plates in your head, let's move on to the third license plate, 5RKL535. make sure you go through that letter by letter, number by number. Once you have it in your head, then visualize the whole thing, and then start at the very first number. 6NFT880. Then we do the second plate. 5BBH105. And then we do the third one. 5RKL535. The reason for this is the easiest number is at the top because it's the easiest to recall. So for more of a challenge and a workout, we're going to put the oldest number at the very bottom. This way you're getting more of, you have to think deeper and a more workout for your brain in an organized manner. Step 7. Repeat this process until you get to 5 to 7 plates. Then you're done for the day. If you can go longer, great. Do this every day or every other day. It is important to pace yourself and keep track to make sure you're maintaining and getting better by 1 or 2 plates every time you do this. The more you do this, the easier it is for you to look at a phone number, for example, and input it in your brain right away. And it'll actually stay in there. It won't just fade away after a couple hours or minutes. Some people I've met that are good at multitasking, they look at something and it auto inputs in their brain. For me, this never happened. Or for a lot of people that aren't really good at multitasking, you know, it's because it doesn't really just auto input. But this fixed the problem. Sometimes doing this, I feel like the list could go on forever. It's crazy. You could just keep stacking numbers up forever. It's like you're opening doorways in your brain that you've never accessed before, and you can just keep stacking these numbers to infinity. It's crazy, and I've never had anybody teach this to me. You know, some people say go on a walk. Well, go on a walk and do what? You know, I'm just gonna go on a walk and think about nothing. You know, it would be really helpful if they could teach this stuff to students or to, you know, people that have a problem, ADD or ADHD. You know, this stuff really works, and you know, I'm 26 years old, and doing this system changed my life. Some small notes I've learned. A doctor told me that if you remember things that have 7 digits or letters, that's really good. Like, it's a lot better than 6. Not just because it's just one more, but there's something about number 7 where it's really good training. So instead of like remembering 2-digit numbers and then go up to like 20, it'd be a lot harder to remember 7-digit numbers and go up to 10. Different sets. I usually go out for 1 hour a day and do this. If you met me when I was 19 or 20, you could tell me a phone number, and as soon as I walked out of the room, I would forget it. It was that bad. Here are some examples. Yesterday I went for a 1 hour walk, and the license plates here are 7 digits. You can see that there's 10 sets of numbers that are 7 characters long, and then there's a 11923 at the very bottom, and then there's an 8N86888 number. I just threw in the 11923 there, just so I can get 12 sets of numbers and letters together, so I can be done for the day. You know, eventually you won't have to go on a walk to memorize really good. It's just the first, you know, times you know you have to go on the walk, but it's also really good for you to go on a walk. It relaxes you, and it decreases stress, and if you do that every day, something really peaceful, it really helps out your life in general.